you and I have talked briefly about mindset. I'm a huge believer in mindset. You shared with me that you work with some coaches. You know, almost everybody who I speak to who plays at an elite level has coaches. And in real estate, and if you take it to like professional athletes, they all have a coach, right?
100%.
And I always get visually I can see Al Pacino's face and Robert De Niro's face, but I always get their stories mixed up. They're kind of one guy in my head for whatever reason. One of them, I can't remember if it was De Niro or Al Pacino, had shared that they have an acting coach. I mean, these two, whoever it is, are one of the best actors, you know, of all time, yet they still have a coach in acting. And you'd think, well, do they still need it? Of course they do. Tiger Woods still needs it. You know, LeBron James still needs a coach. I feel that as young, you know, as children, we grow up with mentors or teachers or coaches, right?
Yeah.
And then we hit an age where we stop using them, which I think is the biggest mistake that as a society we don't realize. We just stop using coaches. And then at some point some of us realize, shoot, if I'm going to get to a higher level, I need somebody. Do you mind sharing with us a little bit about your coaching that you go through?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, just a saying that sticks out to me is you know you can't see the picture when you're in the frame. So having that outside perspective, you know, guys like even guys like you said that are at the top of their game, the best of the best, they still need that outside perspective to see stuff that they're not going to be able to see.
Right.
Not saying that's me, but it's just something that, you know, it's a saying that I've just stuck with me.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of different coaching and stuff, heavy on sales. So, you know, like I followed Grant Cardone for a long time, and that really built my sales. I have a guy named Albert Preciado out of LA who has an extremely successful real estate and mortgage business. So I do one-on-one coaching with him for the real estate and the mortgage stuff.
Oh, cool.
And then I'm part of what's called the Arte Syndicate, which is led by Ed Milet and Andy Frisella. And they're, you know, I mean, they're both worth $500 million and
right.
have dozens of successful companies. And part of that group, it's not only the coaching, but also the network that you're involved with, you know. So some of these groups I'm a part of, you're getting the content and the coaching and stuff, but also your network is your net worth. And one of the biggest things that's helped me grow faster is to put myself around people that are further down the road than I am, because then I'm getting pulled up just by being around them. And then recently I just joined a real estate specific mastermind. It's 40 guys from across the country specifically on real estate.
Awesome.
We get together 4 times a year, and then we got a call once a month. And so I just had my first meeting with them in South Carolina last week, and that's probably the most impactful thing I've done like in the last 5 years. Like,
wow.
Just that first one. So heavy. I spent a lot of time and invest a ton of money. Like I've got a couple master's degrees for sure.
Yeah.
You know, and self-development coaching.
That's awesome. Very cool. So, do you guys meet in South Carolina is it always South Carolina that you'll meet?
No, and that's what's cool about this group. They kind of like, you know, the goal is to go different places, you know, but we kind of want to do like half the time is classroom content learning, and then the other half of the time is relationship building, lifestyle stuff. So on this first one, you know, we did the classroom stuff, learning all of that, and then we went to a nice barbecue place and did a couple bars, just hanging out after that. And then on the second day, we actually rented a yacht and cruised around the Charleston Harbor. So it's about the relationships too, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
I put so much value on relationships, especially, you know, just in general.
Yeah.
Relationships are a big deal to me.
Very cool. I agree with you 100%. You guys travel a lot, meaning you guys being you and your wife. I see the posts on Facebook. Are a lot of those vacations with your laptop open doing work, or a lot of those these masterminds?
Yeah, no, workcation for sure. I'm addicted to it, man. I can't not step away. Like my business is my sport.
Yeah.
So, but no, yeah, Kia and I like to travel. Usually once a quarter we'll go somewhere. We like tropical places. So, you know, we just got back from Mexico last week actually.
Oh, nice.
They just opened up, so we had to get out and go check it out.
Yeah.
But no, traveling's good, but I mean, in real estate, you know, like, dude, you can't just check out for a week. I mean, you can, but when you got what I got going on, you know, we got a lot of people relying on me, and that's just, I wouldn't feel good doing that. So.
Right. And then the inbox that you'd come back to if you didn't manage it while you were away would be...
Yeah, I mean, I have over 100 unread texts right now on my cell phone.
Right.
You know, so.
Exactly. When did you realize that you loved real estate, because talking to you, I can see you're passionate about it, right? A lot of people go out and find a living, it makes good money, but they're not passionate about it. I can see you're passionate about real estate. When did you realize, I love this, this is it, I'm gonna just kill it from here?
The first flip, I had spent, prior to that first flip, I had spent 4 years building, I was on the wholesale side of the nursery business, because that's what I grew up in, so I went into the wholesale side, and I had this giant exclusive territory as a broker, so I was like selling plants in like Alberta and British Columbia, Canada, and then like 8 states in the western US. So I literally got in my car, I had a photo album, and I paying my own way, own expenses, commission only.
Yeah.
Drove around, like, you know, cold calling nurseries and garden centers and like, hey, can I talk to the owner, the buyer, or whatever? I want to, you know, I'm Michael. Yeah. People would ask me, are you even old enough to drive? You know, I was like 21. So I did that whole thing for 4 years and got it up to almost $1 million in sales, and it was rolling pretty good. And I flipped that first house, and I walked away from my business that I spent 4 years building, and never looked back. But the thing about real estate that I like is you get a little bit of everything. You know, you get the creative part with the doing the rehab, you get the sales part, and the adrenaline for that. I really like dealing with people, so you just get a lot of everything, and there's a lot of action. Like I like the action. Yeah,
that makes sense. Absolutely, and you get to really, truly make your own hours, right? Like, you and I are both, we've talked about this discussion, we're night owls.
Yep. Yeah, we're on the night team.
Yeah, we're on the night team. We'd rather work till 1, 2 in the morning and then wake up at 9, where everybody's waking up at 6, you know, but going to bed at 10, kind of a thing. I watched an interview with Sylvester Stallone. He's a night owl too, I think we talked about this.
Yeah.
He wrote Rocky in the middle of the night.
Really?
Yeah, and he says that's when his creative juices flow the most, is in the middle of the night. And so he's a night owl, gets a lot of his work done throughout the night, and kind of, you know, according to that, when I watched that interview, he's not an early riser necessarily. I guess he has to be if he has to be on set, but by nature, he's a night owl as well. And yeah, there's a lot of articles that I've read where it's a real thing, right? Some people genuinely get more creative at night. I read an article that talks about you should sleep with a notepad on your nightstand, because if you are laying in bed and you're that guy, ideas come in, you hurry and jot it down and just lay back down.
Dude, I don't even know how many $1 million ideas I lost in my sleep, you know, because I'd say I'm up till 2:33. I work out at night, so then, you know, most people, they work out in the morning and they start their day and they're all amped and stuff, so I work out at night, and then I just kind of, you know, my mind's going. But no, I can't even tell you how many emails I send to myself, you know, 2, 3 in the morning.
Nice.
Or people we work with, like our title lady, Christina, she always jokes because, you know, she'll have like 2:30, 3 a.m. emails, and so I get comments about that a lot. But one of my mentors, Andy Frisella, who runs Arte, he's a night guy too. He stays up till 2, 3 in the morning.
Got it. Awesome. All right, so we're going to be talking about the nightmare stories. Time for a commercial break. You guys are not going to want to go away, because Michael's got some good stories.
Yeah, the question is, like, which one do you want to talk about? We should just throw a dart at the board and pick one, because there's a lot.
Right, exactly. I've got many myself. So we're going to be talking about the nightmare story, the lesson that can be learned from it. You're not going to want to step away, because I find these nightmare stories to be very, very valuable. Every guest that comes on my show tells one, but they also share the lesson they learned from it, because if we can learn from other people's mistakes, that's going to save us a lot of time and money and heartache.
A ton.
Yeah. All right, so stay tuned. We'll be right back. With smartphones and technology making life a little easier, the Snap Leash has also been designed to make life a little easier for you and your pup. Whether you're out on a stroll in the park, or possibly a walk through the city, or maybe even a hike up in the mountains, the Snap Leash is the perfect leash for you. The Snap Leash can easily and conveniently convert into 7 types of leashes, making the Snap Leash the most convenient leash in the world. What other leash do you know that is 7 leashes in one? With the Snap Leash having appearances on the Today Show in New York City, TV 47 in Dallas, Texas, and ABC 4 right here on Midday, Utah, you are definitely going to want to take a peek at what the Snap Leash can do for you and your best friend. Make life a little easier for you and your pup, and visit www.snapleash.com today.